Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Suraj in Cloud. In this video, we will be covering third part of our cloud heist on Civo Cloud. Nice. So in last video, we deployed our application on heist.surajincloud.click and it is running, but as we discussed it is not secure. So how we can do that? So if we go back to our Kubernetes here, from the Civo marketplace we installed Nginx, with which we are exposing, but we also install cert-manager, which gives us ability to create various certificates for our services into the cluster. So I was reading through cert-manager documentation to securing our ingress, how we can secure it, especially with let's encrypt secret. So let's try it out, how we can do that. So if you follow this doc, first it tells us about the staging server of let's encrypt, how you can expose your ingress with the help of certificate issued by staging. uh, Here we go. Yeah, the let's encrypt staging, basically the URL staging. Why it is important to go for staging during the testing phase is because there are very strict limits on how you can use production let's encrypt to get your certificate. So it's a good idea to use staging while testing. So can do that, but once your application is fine, the testing is fine, you can use the production one, which is here. Let's encrypt prod. Basically the server changes, that's it, nothing else. So I have already done the testing, so we will quickly go over with the prod and we'll deploy this issuer and we'll modify our ingress and see how we can secure our application. Interesting. Cool. Let's go back to our VS Code. Let's minimize this bit. Okay, cool. Protected ingress. Now, as we were discussing about staging, uh, it's less encrypt. As I said, staging endpoint, you need to give your email as well. And important thing here, as you can see, in the cert-manager issuer itself, you can tell them for which you are doing this, right? The challenger mechanism you can mention here, which is here. You can mention HTTP 01 with your ingress class. Now I haven't created my own ingress class, so which is I'm using the default, which is Nginx. So I'm mentioning that here, and that's it. All you have to mention is issuer with ACME information and the ingress class. So that was for staging, and similar for production. The URL will be different, the rest will remain same. So nice. By the way, I will push this file to a repo and the repo will be in the description, so don't worry about the files. So let's deploy protected ingress production. Okay, we have issuer, which is true. Now if we describe on this issuer called let's encrypt, you will see ACME account registered with the details, and since it is showing true, that means our issuer is ready to give the certs for our ingress. Now once we do this, let's quickly delete our insecure ingress which we created. Now we'll create the secure one. You can overwrite it as well, but that's okay. Let's have a look at this. this was the protected, and also let's look at the unprotected one as well. Cool. Couple of differences. One is we are adding this annotation called cert-manager IO issuer let's encrypt prod production. Basically the issuer we just created, so that it knows that whenever it will create this ingress, it has to contact this issuer resource which is managed by cert-manager to generate the certs. Now second thing is the which host it has to use for the TLS, and this is our host heist.surajincloud.click, and the secret name basically where it will put those TLS keys, and the rest information remains same. So basically that secret with TLS which will have all the information, and rest remain exactly the same, where we are saying this host and the backend will be this particular service which we already created at this particular port. Nice. So let's quickly deploy our ingress as well, which will be protected ingress. Nice. So our ingress is created. Interesting thing, you will be seeing there is 80 and 443 now mentioned. Now all these ports we have already added in our firewall, so we don't need to worry about them. Now as we said that we'll use this issuer and create certificate, so cert-manager also has this certificate resource, and if you do that, okay, it is not able to create. Let's see what is the issue there. Describe certificate has been successfully issued. Okay, it is ready and true as well. Okay, now it is true. Nice. I think it took some time because it has to contact the authority. Nice. Now if we look at ingress, we can see the address here. Now the moment of truth. Let's access our application, for which let's go back to our Chrome, and oops. Okay, as we refreshed, we can see the lock here. The certificate is valid and it is issued. If we look at the details, okay, that's our common name, and the organization is Let's Encrypt as I mentioned, and it will show the validity of cert as well, which is I think 3 months, yeah. But you can configure the validity and stuff into the cert-manager certificate resource as well, so that's not an issue. For an example, I haven't added additional configuration, but our application is secure. So this was the how you can secure your application using cert-manager and ingress. Really cool. Nice. So this was the third part of our cloud heist on the Civo cloud. Hope you liked it. We'll try to cover more cloud heist on various managed Kubernetes and see the differences on them as well. I'll create one more video about Civo cloud and few other things which we haven't explored yet. So stay tuned for more interesting stuff. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I also run a monthly newsletter. Do check that out as well. And if you have any suggestions or if you need any help or guidance, feel free to reach out to me via comment or Twitter or however. Perfect. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.